Hey.
What up, y'all?
Down with you, ladies and gentlemen.
It's been a minute.
It has been a minute, bro.
It's been some time since we've been in the pod room.
Yeah.
Actually recording a podcast. I mean,
Yeah.
I think the last time we was actually in this room, we were doing the J. Cole
Yeah.
freestyle EP.
Mhm.
But it's been a minute since we just actually sat down and chopped it up with y'all, man.
Yeah.
What's going down, everybody? What is going down?
What's good, man? I guess people will want to know, like, where I've been at with the pod. So, scheduling and just trying to figure things out and putting it into the schedule has always been the thing and always been the dilemma.
Yeah.
But we was like, you know what? It's too much to talk about to not come and have a moment to just sit here and just kind of go over how we feel about things that's happening.
Yeah, man. It's been a lot of things that have transpired since the last time we part. I think the last part was with the homies from Internet City.
Yeah.
Shout out to
the
them,
homies, man. Shout out to the homies.
They've been killing it. They just received a 1 million subscriber plaque, so that is
Congrats
dope.
to them, man.
They deserve it, man.
Absolutely.
So shout out to the homies. Hopefully we can link up with them soon. We do some content. Preferably something not ghost related.
I'm
not doing that.
Y'all
no more,
just the nigga busters, right? Y'all the ones.
They are the nigga busters. I was just a nigga buster trainee for one day, and that was it. I was cool on it. I don't need to do no more. They be checking out all types of haunted places and
shout out to them.
Y'all got it, bro.
Yeah.
We can watch on YouTube from afar. So
facts, man. I mean, and I get it, bro. I mean, it's a lane. You know what I'm saying?
It is a
lane. There's not a lot of us.
I know.
You know what I'm saying?
I think they may be one of the very few
Yeah.
that's in that particular lane. And you know what? Hey, be the pioneers that y'all are. It's just, I ain't gonna be there.
Yeah.
I can watch.
No more.
No more. I did it one time. That's off my bucket list, and it wasn't even on the list.
Yeah, and they kept saying something like, "Oh, we're gonna get Dub out there." No, you're not. You're not gonna get me
you
out
have
there.
a better chance of him wearing some more Brock merch.
Yeah, exactly. You really do. And that'll never happen. Speaking of Brock, hopefully this week coming, the rumors aren't true. I'm really good, and I know this isn't anything that we're gonna touch on too heavy, but because I know a lot of things be like speculations, man, and they be conversations. So I'm hoping that some of the rumors about him coming in during the Elimination Chamber and just attacking LA Knight and causing that feud, it'll suck because people have worked week after week to obtain the right to be able to be in the Elimination Chamber. So to just have a superstar to just come in, if you guys call him a superstar, to come in and just take somebody's spot like that, I think that'll be kind of reckless.
You know what? We need to watch that pay-per-view. I don't even think you watched the 2002 SummerSlam in its entirety.
Why
it's a good show. It really is.
I was there, and I've watched it in its entirety. I just want to know why you want to revisit that, like all of a sudden.
I don't think you watched it in its entirety. All right, what other match happened on that show?
All I know is.
All
I know is I did see it in its entirety. Now, do I need to go back and probably, brush up on something? It was a
really good show outside of what you didn't like.
Yeah, I mean, but after that, what is a show after an ending like that? You know what I'm saying? Think about WrestleMania 39 for you. Right, it was a really good show, but you didn't like how
that didn't hurt. But it worked out in the end.
But it did, bro. It did. But what if it don't? Imagine that's it for Cody.
Come on, bro.
Put yourself in my shoes. All right, you had all the emotions for Cody, right, to finally do it. Tired of the tribal chief and his goons packing up people and getting over. Right?
Yeah.
Let's say Cody actually ends at 39, and then that's it.
It wasn't gonna happen like that.
See, exactly. You can't ever get into a real conversation
because The Rock was leaving, bro.
He
was leaving,
which is cool, right? Because now he still has to face Roman, and then there's still other champions. Look at the new people that we got and faces we have in there now. You got Jacob, you got Drew. Cody don't have the belt now. I mean, so what if that would have just been the story? Like, hey, he never was able to.
He'll never let it go.
Story. His book never says the end.
He'll never let it go. You gotta let it go this year. Whenever he retires.
Yeah, I got you.
I'm telling you, whenever he retires, then you gotta everything's right with the world. He's gone.
Man, I get what you're saying, fam.
But it'll be over there.
I really do get it. But look at what they're doing right now. You can't disagree with what I'm saying. Because look, I would fear that he don't lose his last match.
That would be crazy.
Knowing them, like
that would be crazy. He just wins his last match.
This nigga must know them, bro. He knows something about them. Get some.
He got some.
They file somewhere.
They in the Epstein files. He knows the truth.
Somewhere, bro. It's something somewhere that they keep catering to Brock in such a way that you don't even understand it. Like how he did John Cena. That still bothers me because I'm just like, fam. No build up, no story, just why? No answers. And they just let John ride off to the sunset.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know, bro.
You mean tap off into the sunset?
Tap off.
That's exactly what happened.
Hey, bro, my boy needs to go ahead and relax. Don't let Gunther, you know what I'm saying, retire him. I think all will be right if not Gunther, but Oba. All will be right with me.
Too much. Yes,
you want all to be right?
It ain't gonna be that right. It's gonna be right.
We can't never get it all the way, bro. I don't want a piece of it. I want the whole thing, bro.
Hey, you can hang that up. Oba retiring Brock. You can hang that up.
I would let it. Mark my words. I will let it. If they let Oba retire Brock, I'm letting it go. I'll let it go.
You'll let it go?
I'll let it go.
All right. But
will be right.
If he don't retire him, it's Gunther.
I'll be like, if he make him tap, if he makes him tap, it'll still be all right.
It'll be all right. It won't be the perfect scenario.
It won't be the perfect, but it'll still be all right.
I can go to sleep with a smile on my face.
I can rest. I can do like John did.
I
can roll over on my side and just pat myself to sleep. And there I go. Straight up.
Hey, well, we'll find out later on this year.
Yep.
What's really interesting is, we've been seeing some of the Epstein files have been being released and stuff like that. What's interesting is, and I don't know if anyone's reported on it or even taken the time to search for it, but there's no implications of like Vince McMahon and some of the higher ups
that you would have thought would have been.
Yeah, I would have thought those names would have been at some point found. Now, granted, there are a lot of other files that have not been released, and supposedly millions of more that the public hasn't seen. And then there's a lot of files that were obviously deleted, even though they weren't supposed to. But that's another conversation for another day. Yeah. But I was really surprised that I hadn't seen anybody talk about Vince possibly being in there, whoever he was with, because Vince was on some on some freaky timing. So I don't know, maybe that was too much.
Yeah.
But I'm willing to bet at some point there was some type of maybe interaction with Epstein, because it seems like he, from just
everybody, like
just from what people have been able to research and search up, it just seems like he had his hand in so many pots. Like he was well connected everywhere. And even people that are listed in the files that didn't really have didn't go to the island and had weird personal ties to him, is the fact that he's just that well connected and had so many contacts and people had seen him or knew him. It's kind of wild, but it kind of makes sense because this is kind of what the conspiracy theorists have been saying for a very long time.
Yeah.
And that, there is this hierarchy of individuals, high-powered individuals, a lot of money, a lot of connections that are rules. Tied in with each other, and the rules to them don't apply. Because the fact that no one's really been prosecuted, no one's really been arrested, at least in the States, no one's ever, hadn't stepped down. In other countries, they've, people that have been listed in there, they've stepped down, but we haven't even seen that part, which really breaks it down to the simple notion that if you got a lot of money and you got a lot of connects, like nothing will really happen to you.
One of them.
Even if there's some files, even if there's footage of some wild stuff, there's a good chance that nothing's really gonna happen to you. The most you may get is you being forced to resign.
Yeah.
Like, all right, we're gonna resign. You got to step down. That's the most you'll deal with, which is really kind of, disheartening to know that, our country and our government is protecting these predators, bro.
I mean, look how long it took them to even
release it. Yeah.
The parts that we did. And then you still have millions more. Yeah. It's just like,
That's sick, bro.
It's baffling because they doing it in people's face, you know, and it's like, I know a lot of people be like, oh, man, you know, it has nothing to do with my day to day and then all that. And I get it because a lot of people, it doesn't really affect them on a right now level, like on a personal level for now, because people still got to eat. People still worrying about paying rent, jobs. And so it's like your daily life really don't give you time to think about what they got going on with these Epstein files. But you just got to think about the government is able to get away with certain things that's happening right now. That's on display in front of us in full. Imagine the stuff that we don't even know about. If they can do this in our face and people not even really be, they ain't like as big of a protest as it should be. Imagine the stuff that they're doing behind the scenes that we will never be privy to know. And then imagine the things that it'll push them to do next. Like, oh, okay, we released these files. Yeah, y'all seen some weird names, but as usual, y'all forgot about it and y'all went back to y'all daily lives. Okay, now let's push it a little bit further. Now it's going to be this next thing and this next thing. And, you know, nobody really matters until it's in their front door and their front porch, right? So we just got to be mindful that these are things that we're saying, oh, okay, this is okay. Because if people don't continue to raise awareness and conversations and keep this thing at a forefront, it's going to go by the riverside. And then next thing you know, it's not going to be until the next big scandal that's going to double this. Unfortunately, you know, God forbid, but it's kind of just how things be going, man. So the names that I seen, and then for Trump names to be in there, like what they said, like
a million times.
Like that's, I mean, bro. And the craziest thing to me, fam, not even to get on politics, but let Obama name had been anywhere, a sniff. This nigga could have just said, hey, I enjoyed Barack's presidency. And they would, Barack name, it's in there. Oh, what did he enjoy it for? Y'all must have had a relationship. He enjoyed it. What does that mean? We would have had all kind of think pieces just on something so small. But the fact that your current U.S. president's name appears millions of times,
that's kind of crazy, bro.
That is scary, fam. And he's still doing outlandish stuff. And Trump, one thing about him, bro, he gonna do something. He gonna keep. He ain't y'all okay. And what you gonna do about it? It's almost like in other news, it ain't nothing weird in there. But the fact that your name is in there so many times, that should say, or raise an eyebrow to people.
Yeah, for sure.
Your name being mentioned a couple of times just based off of being in passing, or relationships of knowing people is one thing to me. But the fact that you're in there millions of times, bro, there's no way.
Yeah, bro.
That you're not intertwined with some wild stuff that was going on. The things you used to say. I mean, and Trump has had money for a very long time. I'm talking about from the era of no camera phones.
Bro. He's been rich for a long time.
So just imagine the things, you know, I mean, we catching Cosby, we catching all these other people, and I'm not accusing him of anything, but it's just wild that we're not talking about that as much as I think we probably should, or not seeing as many conversations, you know, people just really in their day to day. I mean, I know things in life is cool and it's hectic, but some of these conversations, bro, we got to keep at the forefront, because if we let that go by, they can be like, oh, bet, man, they're going to be in the White House like, hey, thought they was going to trip on that one, but they didn't. We up. You keep the other half of them documents, man. They ain't worried about that.
Yeah.
And then we just going to move on. Or I'm going to just blame. And that's one thing about certain people in politics I'm noticing. Whenever you present a good argument, they'll just deflect.
Yeah, that's it.
They'll just keep deflecting until the conversation is spent in so many different ways that the main subject ain't even the main subject no more.
Yeah. So it's not to answer the question. Like that whole Pam Bondi situation, that whole hearing, she was not answering no questions about what was going on, why names was redacted. She was over there talking about the stock market is doing so well. And hey, bro, we ain't asked that. But did you know? And she's just like, hey, I think this is a Trump slander campaign. He's one of the best presidents ever. And boys wasn't having it. Yeah. Like, boys was calling her out on it. Because it's just, it's a shit show. Yeah. It is definitely a shit show. This is just where we are right now in the country. And you can only hope and pray that it gets better. But this has really been a debacle of sorts of just the silliness. Like, if you would have told me as a kid, seeing something like this happen, when it comes to governing the United States, governing the people and who are running things in politics and stuff like that, and seeing how, how boys, it's turned into like WWE, honestly. It's turned into WWE, honestly, bro. It's a show. And, all those shows like Family Guy and The Simpsons making fun of
South Park,
making fun of the situations. We're literally living it right now
in reality.
But yeah, it's just one of those things where it's unfortunate, and I'm hoping people, and I've seen a couple of people talk about it on YouTube, and it's getting some good traction. That they keep putting this out there. Keep the conversation going. Keep that conversation going, because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter about the left, don't matter about the right. It's about us as people at this point, the people, because just because you affiliated with one party don't mean the other party ain't got some shady shit going on. You know what I'm saying?
And both parties have stuff going on.
Both parties benefit from us as people struggling and not knowing the truth.
Because both parties have good and bad within. Some ideas for Democrat are good. Some ideas are, you feel like, not so good. Republican can be good. Some can be not so good. I mean, to just go all full in and just be like, hey, this party got they're hitting everything on the nail. You're fooling yourself. It's a fool's way of thinking. And just try to be an independent thinker. Try to do your own research. Try to think about things that happens to you locally. I mean, there's a lot of things that happens locally to us that we don't even be paying attention to. We just, I guess because it's not on, breaking news and it's not national, but there are a lot of things that happens in your city, in your state, that's going on that affect you immediately. And versus nationally or federally. You know what I'm saying? So we just got to learn how to be able to just kind of be thoughtful and mindful and just do our own research. I mean, because we do have a computer now that has all this information that we're privy to. So we can be the one to, kind of shape how we view things going and who we should vote for and stuff like that. But speaking of show, I know we were talking about wrestling and stuff earlier. So did just want to kind of, is it too early to compare the Triple H era versus the Vince era? And if not, where do you see it landing?
What are we, about 4 years in?
Yeah,
it started in 2021 essentially.
Yeah, about 5.
Yeah, about 5 years in. I mean, I guess it's safe to say, you can kind of start bringing those conversations up. It's 5 years in. I will say this. Obviously, when it first started, it was refreshing. I mean, that was new. It was new. You could tell it was different. The storylines were cooking. Like, even though there was some stuff that was hit or miss, but for the most part, it was enjoyable. And then as I think it really peaked, obviously WrestleMania 40. That's when it really peaked. I think that was peak Triple H era from 2021 all the way to WrestleMania 40. That was peak Triple H era. Mind you, they were selling out shows everywhere. They were going around the world. Crowds were just going crazy for the product. And this is, even though TKO was already involved, this is before they heavily got involved. Like, they were in there, but they weren't in there yet.
Their feet weren't wet.
Yeah, their feet weren't fully in the pool yet. So, like I said, peak, I think, WrestleMania 40, and then things started to taper off with behind the scenes stuff that we ended up finding out about The Rock and TKO and decision making and stuff. And there's been some highs and lows, but I think the biggest problem is the over-promising of things and only being under-delivered. Like, I don't need him to say no more, this is a new era. We've been in a new era. When Vince was, kicked out the door by the company that he just sold to, that was the new era.
Yeah, it was.
We've been in a new era. So
I think about that dude skit where he was just like,
"Oh yeah,
we're in a new era."
Yeah, the Waffle House. Things
are looking fresh. And
like, we don't need to be reminded that.
It's that
I also think too much transparency. Obviously, with the Netflix Unreal, I think that kind of it is definitely giving more corporate vibes. It definitely gives more a TKO, Netflix, or trying to bring up engagement, and it becomes less than the actual wrestling aspect and the great stories, and more so on. And we're trying to get WWE everywhere, which that's their job. That's what they were supposed to do. You know, we're trying to get them everywhere. Yeah. We're trying to have the wrestlers doing everything, which is cool. You're trying to make them a bigger household name, but sometimes it comes off so corporatized that it don't feel as genuine of the product doesn't feel as genuine because you got, you know, how many fucking ads are plastered on the ring? Yeah, you know,
the tables.
You know, the tables, the Slim Jims, like the ladders, and like, you know, it becomes more about, hey, we're gonna get this wrestler, put him in this match. You want to know why? Because we're trying to get more ticket sales. Does the story make sense? No, but we're gonna do it anyway because we're trying to hype up this show, and you know, it kind of hurts the talent that's there. Yeah. You know, that's there day in, day out that don't really get that opportunity.
Doesn't make them as believable.
You know, so I would say the first few years all the way to WrestleMania 40, it was really, really good. Then it started to taper off. They have an opportunity to fix that, but I think as long as TKO is the way they are now,
it's gonna be tough.
You know, it's gonna be tough because at the end of the day, it's not about the stories. It's not about putting on the best possible show. It's really how much money can they make? Are we going to sell out? How much can we sell them for these tickets? That's really what it comes down to.
And you know what's crazy? Because piggybacking off the feel of it, I feel like Vince era was more like a mom and pop shop. And the Triple H era is more corporatized. Yeah. You know, you selling off franchises. Like, that's how it kind of feels to me personally, because things about the brands and the companies, and you know, we're not even going to talk about Saudi. It's like they get to kind of have their own script writers revise the script whenever there's a show out there, because hey, our people want to see this, you know, and it doesn't have to make a lick of sense for what you've been writing all year. This is what we want, and because we throwing millions of dollars at you, you gonna just pretty much listen and answer to it and just do whatever we say. Yeah. And it's just kind of, it ruins the product, like you say, for the wrestlers, because the wrestlers have to work that much harder now to continue to make their character believable. And because the script don't have to make a lick of sense, but now they got to make a script that's following a certain story line, stay in line with a story that don't make sense at all. And it's like, we got to still keep that same composure at all times. I love it, and it's kind of a blessing and a curse at the same time. I love the fact that now you're seeing the Seth Rollins on interviews on ESPN, on different podcasts and shows, and it opens that opportunity up for them. It also kills it with Unreal. I'm always going to say this. Unreal kills the talent's potential of later storylines and podcasts and shows that they can have, because it already tells it before they get to. You know what I'm saying? Certain situations that happen, like the R-Truth situation, would have loved to hear that on once he really retired. Hey, this is actually what down. I mean, that's views. You can create shows and different things based off of that. Books, like your time in the industry, and that's a piece that people would not have known about, that I'm looking forward to your book to come out so I can go read that portion, or your podcast or your show, whatever. So I do feel like Unreal kind of takes that away from the wrestlers. And that's just me personally. I mean, again, I know this is just a Netflix thing. They probably have obligations to create shows under the NFL Network and so forth. So it's blessing, curse to me. Like, I love how broad it's able to get. Yeah. But I think it also takes away from the true wrestling fans. Like, you're pulling away from true wrestling to be so flashy to newcomers that you're willing to do whatever to just present people with a shiny object, and you're forgetting that, hey, the people that got you here, you still got to make sure that they're being treated well as well, or fair as well. Yeah. So it's early for me to call it, but it's mom and pop versus corporate to me. I mean, it's like, some people like dope food chains that's in all of the country, but sometimes your best food comes from those little spots in the hood that nobody know about, you know, or is only in that state. So it just
the only problem with that is, even though it's mom and pop, if the mom and pop shop is starting to sell you slop, then it becomes an issue, and that's what it was. Mom and pop shop, it's cheap. they got the loyal customers, but if the food quality gets bad and it's not as good as it once was, and it continuously gets bad, and even when you give them suggestions, they don't listen until they feel like, all right, I'll add a little bit of salt, I'll add a little bit of seasoning this time. They give you a little bit, then it's like, all right, now we in a situation like this ain't working no more. Hence, that's how AEW ended up being created, because it was fresh, it was something different, because Vince was he was booking the show the way he wanted to book the show.
And that's you need in that. I don't know if y'all gonna realize, but this just goes to show you that you need fresh eyes. You need youth to envision new things, to keep a cool story rolling with better ideas, better future stories. It's just the same thing like with politics. It just kind of works hand in hand. When people work in the house for so long, you 60, 70 years old, you've only known things for so long your way. So just like Vince, you're writing this same type of story over and over and over. It gets redundant. And people get tired of that. And people start to be like, like, this is cool. And you get your moments, but it's not enough to say, hey, this is a full-fledged story in all areas and aspects that's keeping me really captivated on what's going on here. So do you feel like with that, would you say casual fans are coming back, or is it maybe pushing some people just stagnant with like wanting to watch the product that we're giving?
I mean, to be honest, casual fans damn near can't afford to come. I mean, they may end up still watching, but I mean, they can't even really afford to come to the shows a lot of times. I think they do. I think with WWE, they'll always have a core fan base, no matter how bad the product gets. They will always be there.
Just
nostalgia. But I think it's gotten to that point now where it's so price oriented now that they're starting to even push them, or the casual fans are starting to have to make ridiculous sacrifices to even come to these shows. And I think the biggest thing that hurt WWE, once again, it's a blessing and a curse. Vince selling was a minor blessing, because when things started going awry for Vince, they gave him the boot, because Vince in his mind was, I can sell the company, and guess what? I can be back on creative and do whatever I want. But they was like, no, because Slim Jim had pulled out, I think, right before SummerSlam because of the things that came out with the Janelle Grant situation. They got him out of here. So that was the blessing part, because we was able to keep Triple H around. Stories felt fresh, yada, yada, yada. Cool. But then the curse part came into the play, because they understood how hot WWE was getting. So there was like, all right, we need to make some money off this. Let's start upping these prices more and more and more, because these shows are selling out. And that's where the negative part comes in, because Vince never really was thinking about doing that to the casual or to the fan. The casual fan. He wanted the fans to be able to bring everybody. So he was never in the mindset of just going crazy with the ticket prices. As for TKO, that's once they started seeing how popular the product was getting, they was like, all right, well, we got to run this up like we do with UFC. And then it got to the point where it's like, oh, they willing to pay it. Fuck it, we gonna keep running it up, and that's where we are now. Where
WrestleMania 40,000,
bro,
for exclusive VIP packages.
When you could have did that when Vince was in charge for 1,000.
I would have been front row.
Oh yeah, I would have been front row, because it's a different experience. You front row. I would have paid 1,000, 2,000 for 2 nights, bro. I'm not tripping off that. But once you start talking about 10,000, 20,000, 40,000, I think at one point last year, some ridiculous number, like close to 70,000 for some of those tickets. For both. Like, bro, I don't give a fuck if the Undertaker is having dinner with me. That's still not enough, bro. What are we talking about?
It's not like I go home with anything but just a memory.
Bro.
Fam, it ain't. But you know what's crazy though? When you think about it, like that is the model they paying. We'll keep doing it. We were on live stream the other day. I was checking out the prices for the exclusive package. It was 9 rows back on the floor level that still had seats.
Yeah.
Like that row still had seats. Everything in front of that sold out. And the ninth row, the one that I'm talking about had was $47,000 for all those tickets. So imagine the ones closer, you get to 50, you get to 60, you probably have 70. Because I didn't even get to see what the first, the front row tickets were because they were already sold out. Jeez, and that's where you sit there and you be like, okay, this is why. And they feel like they're doing something because tickets keep selling out. They feel like they're doing more. And the thing that sucks to me is you charging this much and it don't even be no grandiose stages like creatively. Like they may feel like the stages they're doing is tough, but they not really as artsy and as like characterized. It doesn't have like a full theme for some of them like they used to have. Like we was looking at the Armageddon one and how they kind of had the little like visual with the wrestlers coming out, like stuff like that, the props that they were using for them to fight with based off the theme of the show. Like, bro, it was so many things. And it's like once you get to that point where I'm charging more and I'm doing less, that's where that gap of the people that's been watching it for so long, like, hey man, y'all getting me on this. I'm coming to the show, but nothing is more extravagant than what it used to be. My tickets are triple the price.
Speaking of the front row tickets, the front row ringside tickets for WrestleMania this year, 26. I mean, not 26. Damn, went back in time. WrestleMania 42 in Las Vegas are exceptionally premium with elite level 2-night packages. Exceptionally, they put that in there.
Put big words in there so you can
for the best
something.
Camera side seats, expected cost between $35,000 and $70,000 per seat. Following a significant price surge, standard floor seats and further back rows will be significantly cheaper. The ringside elite package pricing for WrestleMania this year, like I said, $35,000 to $70,000. Alternative options, premium but not front row floor seats for major events range to $200 to several $1,000s depending on specific location. Price trends, WWE tickets prices have increased significantly, almost doubling in some cases following the TKO merger, with ringside seats from 2025 events reaching up to $15,000 for 2 nights, and a trend expected to continue in 2026. So yeah, bro, there's people that paid like $70,000 for both nights, and
per night?
No, for combined.
Bro,
that's bro, 70,000.
Bro, that's almost 100 bands, fam.
Bro, I can make some shake for a minute with $70,000.
House with that, man.
Yeah, bro, that's a down payment.
That's a down payment on the crib.
Yeah, property, bro.
Cash, Benz, cash.
Bro, you could literally do a lot with that. But you want me to sit here for 2 nights to enjoy a wrestling show, and that's it? And I get maybe an autograph in the seat that I sat in?
If I get that.
Nah, bro.
And then on top of that, bro, that doesn't include my flight out there.
Nope.
That doesn't include the hotel stay.
No.
The hotel's going to be taxing because they know it's
going
to be WrestleMania.
All WrestleMania weekend,
it's Vegas. Bro. It's WrestleMania.
Oh, they going to turn up.
Every bar.
Yep.
Food. You got to eat while you out there for the 3 days. And with hope.
That don't even include food at the stadium. You may get hungry. That's a 4-hour show for both nights, potentially. Bro. You gonna get thirsty. You gonna get hungry. They gonna tax you there. Like at least they can give you a free food incentives while you here or something. Right. And even then, it's still not enough to cover $70,000. Man, hey, look. At the end of the day, we get it. It's a business, and people gonna spend the money what they want to spend it on. Cool, do your thing. But I just will say this. I think the product needs to be more consistent to correlate with fans paying that much, because if the product is magoo, like, last year's WrestleMania, night 1 was better, night 2. Night 1 was better with the main event, night 2 before the main event of night 2 had better wrestling. Yeah. But overall, the general consensus was, this didn't live up. This didn't exceed expectations from last year's WrestleMania 40. So if you're trying to, do what you can to elevate that, then that's awesome. That's cool. It just needs to make sense for the fans that's paying so much to be out there, that they at least say, you know what, I paid a lot of money for this show, but I enjoyed it because they gave us what we want. Yeah. They gave us some moments that we'll always remember. Yeah. So hopefully they can do that. We will see, but nevertheless, man, Hey, we still looking forward to it. You know what I'm saying? Whether we out there at WrestleMania
or here
at Social Beer Garden, we gonna have a good time because that's what we always do.
Yeah, so we're gonna make the best of it nonetheless, man. I mean, again, we don't want to just be people that just always like attacking the product every time something bad happens or good. I mean, it's up there for review, but it's just as a normal consumer, as someone that's a part of this space, we just want you guys to voice your opinion, and we just like to kind of be the voice too, because clearly they know who we are. Right? I mean, we're credited on Netflix if you don't know. On Unreal Season 2. I think it's episode 4, if I'm not mistaken.
It's 3.
2, 3?
Mm-hmm.
I was hoping it was 4. But it's the R-Truth episode, so if you guys haven't seen it, go check it out. Look at me, shameless plug-in.
Just to check us out, yeah. And then you can turn it off after that.
Yeah, do what you got to do, man.
You can turn it off after that.
I mean, they're going to pull you in at the end of episode 3, you're going to want to watch 4 because of how they ended, but that's TV. But I mean, all in all together, it became must see for me. WrestleMania, before we end the wrestling aspect of this, when Roman and CM Punk had that face off.
Yeah, that was really good.
That's what really made it like must see for me.
That was some good television.
What's going to turn that and fight against that to me, combat that, is what they do with Brock. It depends. It depends. I mean, because I wanted Oba in him. I mean, because
we'll see.
This is a big stage for Oba to be on, so that's gonna really tell.
We'll see. We'll find out Monday what's gonna happen. So y'all, if y'all want to tune in for the live stream on Monday, Brock Lesnar will be returning. So y'all gotta see how that's gonna play.
You know how people love to pull up when I see him on the screen. And,
the stream is they're there just to see what you gonna say, man. Yeah. But hey, man, so we just celebrated, or some people celebrated Valentine's Day, the day of love. But you should be always showing love to the people you care about every single day. But your wife had posted this on Instagram. Apparently, there's a thing, and I didn't know this. You have the Galentines where the ladies, they, all go to maybe a bar or somewhere together and they celebrate Valentine's Day, with each other. They give each other gifts and stuff. It's nice. It's cute for them. It's a nice thing for them. There's nothing wrong with it.
To show each other love.
But apparently, the guys have something called Palentines Day. Typically celebrated around February 12th and 14th. Is the male counterpart to Galentine's Day, designed for men to celebrate friendship, relax, and socialize outside of romantic pressures. It involves activities like going to pubs, bowling, paintballing, allowing men to connect and show appreciation for their friends. And I seen the post that Nisha had posted where all the brothers are sitting in their jammies and pink jammies and
to me that was weird.
Mickey Mouse plushies and stuff, and I'm like, what is this?
That was
what are we doing, bro? Like, look, look, man.
Very weird.
It's okay to let women have their own thing, bro. Like,
no, we gotta be included too.
No, bro. I'm sorry. Like one of the homies messaged under the post, like, "Hey, man,
I saw.
So we setting this up next year." I'm like, "You gonna be going there by yourself? You gonna have a Valentine by yourself?" I'm like, bro, no Valentine? Like, no, bro, no, we not doing this. I'm not pulling up to no destination. Hey, happy Valentine's, bro. You know what I'm saying? I got you some. Like, no, bro. Like, we can do that on a Friday.
Yeah, bro.
We can just do that randomly. Hey, y'all, what y'all schedule looking like? Y'all want to go watch the game? Y'all want to go kick it? You know what I'm saying? Let's get some drinks. Let's chop it up. We can do that on any day. Why we got to bring balloons and
these niggas was sitting all together with their stuffed animals in his leg, and they all on the ground, feet crossed. Yeah, nah, bro. I'm not. And it's funny because I had thought about that too. I said, bro, what if dudes did a Palentines?
The fact that you call it Palentines.
Yeah, I think if you're gonna market it with a name that's going not Valentine. It's just got because Galentines, Valentines, Palentines, right? But I'm not doing that, bro. We can just go kick it as homies.
Yeah, bro.
We can go just go hoop, go to the bar. We can go, like you said, play. We can do all those things without titling it.
Yeah, bro.
That's when it start getting weird. And then when you start getting into theme wearing pink. If that's what y'all do, I have no quarrel. I'm gonna tell you right now because whatever floats your boat is whatever it is. That's what river you on. But me and the homies, I'm not going to no Palentines. Don't invite me. Don't title to that because I'm gonna be like, nah, bro, I'm good. Cool. I'm not finna go buy y'all some loving gifts. I think what guys was understood don't need to be explained.
Yeah, bro.
I'm not finna go do all this. Hey, let me go buy the homies a beer, some chocolate.
That's so wild, weird. Bro.
It's weird
That's
for me.
Super wild.
It might not be weird for you and your homies, and I'm with that, bro. But for me,
appreciate you, bro.
I'm not doing that, bro. That's a fight.
I know you like Hershey Kisses.
Yeah, bro. We scared. Yeah, that's a kid fight, bro.
That is so wild.
Don't buy me no chocolate, bro.
Bro, that's crazy. I heard you your favorite.
Especially not heart-shaped chocolate, too.
I heard you like the turtles, man. They good, bro.
You won in the chest for that, bro. Yeah, bro. There go your gift.
Hey, man, look, like I said, it's okay to have the ladies do their own thing. We don't have to compete with them. We can just let them do their own thing and just hang with your bros, man. Like that's literally what it is. Once you start trying to turn it into something extra, and
guys need something too.
No, bro, we don't. Problem. We cool. Just
that's
chill.
The problem, bro. You
hang with the homies, man.
Keep trying to compete with the women.
No, just hang with the homies, bro.
Me and the homies.
That's it. That's all you gotta do, bro. But question:
we don't gotta compete with them, fam. It's not that serious.
Yeah.
It's kind of a thing. It's the reason why we kind of in some of the situations we're in this new age because we keep comparing what women do, and
no, bro, let them do their thing. Now, since we're talking about that, have you ever had to block someone you used to talk to, like a woman? Like, yeah, if you had to hit the, you know what, like, you know, because they say if you a man blocking a woman, that's sassy, you know.
Really?
Yes. Men blocking women is sassy, like blocking.
I wouldn't remember if I had to block. I've blocked. Yeah.
He had to go to the recesses in his brain, like that SpongeBob episode where he only knew fine dining. He had to go through the file cabinet. Oh wait. Oh yep. Back in 2011, had to block someone. Yep.
Been there. Yeah, definitely been there. I don't see how this thing. Why do we got to stop paying attention to that, bro? It's just bitter people coming together with a list of things that you breathing. Like, why are you taking a deep breath? You shouldn't overly inhale and exhale. Yeah, bro. Like, control your oxygen. That's the type of stuff. Just don't feed into it, bro. Because I think it's rage baiting.
It is.
It's rage baiting. That's it.
It's rage bait, but there are some women. Like I've seen, posts and, you know what I'm saying? He's like, if I'm sassy, then I'm sassy. I'm blocking you.
Shoot the three.
I gotta protect my peace. If you did something that I'm just not rocking with, I'm gonna block you. And I've seen some women like, nah, you can't do that. Like, no. I'm gonna find a way to contact you so we can get back to making some macaroni and cheese. No. I'm like, hey. And you know it's crazy.
That's toxic.
There are women that are like that.
And you know what? You know what's okay, bro? And you know what? That's okay. That's okay though. I mean, that's the thing. We gotta get to a point where we understand that it's okay that it's certain people that act and do certain things because it's natural. It's people. Everybody ain't gonna go. Yeah, y'all know. I don't know if y'all know what that means.
Everybody.
The truth is just in what it is. I can't even explain it. That same quote works in a lot of ways. Everybody just ain't gonna go. So what's the point? It's just like it's women like that, bro. It's noble women sitting there waiting for a man that's mature enough to know, hey, if you can't deal with somebody, exit out your life with them before it turn into a domestic situation or a more toxic or even worse. But you have those that get off with the toxicity, and it's doing nothing but aging you, causing health problems that's unnecessary, and sending people to jail a lot of times, or bringing unwedded kids into the world that have to be in the middle of y'all two ignorant fools.
Yeah.
So it's cool. I wouldn't even be mad, bro. Like, that's the thing. Being single now is like a little easier because it's like people are just so upfront in their truth. And I love that because it lets me know who you are for real, for real.
Yeah, man. I definitely had my fair share of blocking some women.
Mm-hmm.
I had to block a woman, and then like I was dead because what had happened, bro. I was so fucking mad.
Probably a movie.
And it was one of those mad. I was more so mad at myself because I was like, hey, you put yourself in the situation. You tried to give it a chance. It blew up in your face, and it blew up in even worse. Property got damaged because of it. So now, hey, hope you learned your lesson. So it was one of those things. So I blocked her, bro. And I have WhatsApp on my phone because my mom, she goes on like different trips out the country. So she'll usually text the family there. That's the only reason why I have WhatsApp. So she can communicate me if she's on like a cruise or out the country or whatever. Tell me why. Because my WhatsApp's connected to my number. This person hit me up there. And I blocked them on Instagram. I blocked them on, obviously blocked for my number. Whatever case, blocked them wherever I had any type of contact with them. Motherfucker hit me up on Instagram. I find it funny that you would... And I'm just like, bro, leave me alone. I blocked them on there, bro. I was like, no, bro. Like, what are we doing?
The infamous, I
find it funny. I'm like, bro, ain't no way you hit me up on WhatsApp. Like, I didn't even know you used that.
Yeah.
But it's just one of those things where, man, at the end of the day, fellas and ladies, protecting your peace. If you see some stuff that you're not rocking with, or you feel like it's just, I can't even, I'm not trying to deal with this. There's nothing wrong with blocking someone. That person may not agree with it, but that's not for that person to, understand at that moment. If you feel like that's the best way to move forward, then do that. Because people know that, if they have access to you, even when you're upset with them, that's their way to get back in. Oh, I can make it work because they responded. But if it's a situation where you feel like there's no return for that, and it don't even have to be no hate involved, because some people correlate, I'm blocking you because I hate you.
Yeah.
And no, I'm blocking you because what you did, I can't rock with. There don't need to be no conversation about it. This is for me to just, that way we cut off all communication and it don't get no further. And I go on from there. I don't even hate you. It's just, I don't need you to be involved in my life. And then there's some people that, you got to block them because they on some crazy stuff. They blowing your phone up, calling you 20 plus times and texting you from random numbers. You got to block them then because now it's like, whoa, you're doing too much. It's getting a little dangerous now. It's getting a little obsessive, So there's nothing wrong with just being able to protect your peace on both sides, men and women. Because men be doing that wild stuff too. Don't get it twisted. Boys be trying to act cool.
Bad.
No, men will sit up there and blow your phone up. I've seen some of my homegirls tell me like, bro, show me like it's 30 missed calls from a dude and like, what I'm saying, doing the most, making burner accounts and stuff to try to contact like
men. Nobody got stuff.
Men be doing the same thing too. So it ain't just the ladies, man.
So a question about that. Do you feel like toxicity in relationships is more prominent because of its for lack of a better term, it's entertaining back and forth over a generic relationship because of its spunk?
Oh, okay.
Because I feel like,
exciting.
and I know you can attest to this. You can get therapeutic if you want to. Let's go viral. But do you feel like, because you're dating now, but I feel like more people embrace the toxic relationships because it's I don't know, it's like a fire, you know what I'm saying? Versus something more traditional because they may not be as entertained.
It probably comes from obviously your dating experience and what you're used to. If you're used to the toxicity or people not like, I'll say this, people who haven't gotten over their trauma linking up with other people that haven't gotten over their trauma breeds that environment.
Where do you think you fall in the category of that?
I used to be people that hadn't gotten over their trauma, vibing with people that hadn't gotten over their trauma, and then boom, bada bing, fireworks. You know what I'm saying? I used to be in that time. Yeah, oh for sure. I ain't gonna lie, bro. It was. That's why that macaroni and cheese comment was funny because I literally dealt with I've been there, unfortunately done that.
Because it makes the intercourse better, right? I mean, hey, be honest, man. Just be real. You don't gotta.
I've had some non-toxic sex, and it was good. It was great, actually. I enjoyed it.
Which one is better? Yep, you get the answer every time he laughs. There's an answer.
Which one is better
in your history?
In my history.
Yep, got him. We got him.
No.
We're going to the moon.
Nah. Let me say this. I gotta preface this first. No, I'm about to answer. Of course, looking back in hindsight, yeah, it was fun and exciting.
Yeah.
But as I've gotten older, I like the knowing of, you know what I'm saying, we on the same page. This ain't no, we trying to out toxic each other. This ain't no situation like that. It's more comforting and relaxing. Right. So yeah, it's fun in that moment or exciting in that moment. Like, damn, we was just fighting and now we back at it like Tyrese under the sheets. You know what I'm saying? We having a great time. Yeah. But in actuality, once that excitement dies down, then you get back to reality. The problem was never fixed.
Yeah.
And when you compare it to someone where it's like, you know what I'm saying, y'all had a disagreement, it didn't get that toxic, y'all was able to fix it, and then, emotions started to swell and you started to build up from there. That's different because it gives that baseline like, hey, we may not always agree, but we won't get to, I don't think we're going to get to that point of trying to be toxic or disrespectful or rude to each other and then make up afterwards, So it's, yes, it was exciting at the time, but when in the grand scheme of things, I would prefer obviously just it be more of a relationship where you can, communicate with each other and figure it out rather it just being a whole bunch of fuck you. We cry together, damn. Kendrick Lamar type vibes. I was about to go. You know what I'm saying? Like I'd rather it be the latter as I've gotten older. Because I mean, bro, I'm not trying to, deal with the ramifications of a situation that never gets fixed and it just continuously builds up.
Just not to cut you off, what is it about that, even at the time, that makes it so interesting? Is it the intercourse part that kind of carries it, or is it just the I like the back and forths, or if is it just like
it's the intercourse
trauma?
Well, for me, it's the intercourse.
So you argue.
I never argued to purposely get into a makeup session. No, it was just the intercourse after the fact. Like
it helps you deal with
it put a Band-Aid over the problem. It was just a temporary Band-Aid. It was exciting. Yeah, boom, 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 boom. And then the problem would arise right as soon as I take the Band-Aid off. As soon as everything mellows out, maybe a day or two, maybe a week or two, the problem would arise. It would never truly get fixed. So it was never just, I'm just trying to be toxic. Because I never went out my way to like, this is what I wanted to do. But, I also understand that certain things happen and, I play a part into, letting these things fester instead of really dealing with it. Because at the end of the day, I was having good on the physical aspect. It was like, I'm having fun right here. It is what it is. And that can only go so far in any relationship where it's just like that one thing of, I'm having a good time. Eventually that one thing is not going to be enough to carry over to everything else that you're not liking.
And see, here's the thing. With that conversation, he's an anomaly in a sense, right? Because everybody don't make it out of all those situations clean.
Nope.
Some people end up having a kid. Some people end up getting harmed. The knife could actually hit you instead of hitting the wall. Not gonna get into it. The gun could have went off in the house.
Oh yeah.
Not gonna get into it. Real situations, people. There's a lot of things that could go left and be long-standing consequences of those toxic relationships.
Mm-hmm.
And people think it's okay because I really feel like society pushes that as a thing. And I think society, social media really, I think TV at a time, a lot of like the love and hip hop type joints, it pushed that. And I think women and men start to feed that so much, especially a lot of women. And they would see their favorite, reality star get into it. She don't play, so I'm not gonna play. What you doing? Checking your phone, and you're not looking at the quality of a person that you're becoming. You're looking more at how can I start some. You feel me? What is he doing? Why he took so long to come from work? And it's like people never should cheat. We never look at some of the reasonings behind what makes a person consider that. Some people just ain't shit. Some people are forced to a hand. We got to talk from a human perspective here. You know what I'm saying? Like, we know what things aren't right. We know it's not okay to beat somebody up, right? These are things that shoot somebody. All the things we know of, but it's lacking asking certain questions of why certain things happen is what I think tunnel visions. A lot of people's minds are just do this. Well, the world ain't just black and white.
No, it's not.
It's a lot of situations that be going on now. I watch the news now. Back in the day, it's like, oh man, this person shot this person out. Why would you do that? And then I start being able to drive, and I start seeing how people road raging will skirt in front of you. They'll stop. They'll sit there and look at you, and you know what I'm saying? Like, they'll get out their car, and then that whole why did he shoot her went from you got your ass shot because you got out there thinking you know what I'm saying? Like, it's certain questions that starts to be answered. And not to get too far from the main subject though, but I do feel like social media, society, TV, all these things have pushed people to be toxic. Like, toxic is, it wins. And it's just trauma that's just swimming in a pool of never being, it's in a stopped up pool that's never getting drained. And we pry on that, and we make content out of that, and we make music. Lord have mercy, the music. The music we make about that. And it's so tough listening and hearing. And it's like, bro, people are human. People gonna make mistakes. People gonna have experiences. People are young. Just like you were saying, bro, it's more of a young thing. Like, hey, I'm dealing with this. It's fire when we make up.
Yeah, it's fire when we make up. You know what I'm saying?
But it's like, but we're I understand now with influence, you don't have to be perfect, but you do have to tell people the real and the truth. And you do have an obligation to let people know, like, yeah, I may have done this, but you don't want to go that way. Because some people just need a warning. Some people just need that because they are dealing with that, what you probably was dealing with right now. They probably deal with some stuff that I dealt with. And it's not that you were just this perfect dude that never made mistakes. It's just, hey, I made mistakes. This is what I learned from those mistakes. You may attempt to make those same mistakes. Life is a gamble. It doesn't mean you're going to make it out like how I made it out. So the goal is to get to a certain point in life, let people know what your mistakes were and that you're still making them, but you're gambling if you're going to do this. Yeah, I dealt with this girl and she was tripping. I ain't end up getting her pregnant. That don't mean you ain't going to deal with some chick that's crazy and not get her pregnant. You feel me? Not get her pregnant. You might end up slipping up. And then now you're tied to this person who's now the focal mother, like the main of your child's way of thinking, let it be a girl of a young girl or a son, what he should see in a woman. These are the things that you got to consider and think about here, because now that's like a forever tied situation. You're going to see them at every school program. You're going to see them at every graduation, for prom. And grandkids like that. That's we're tying, we're tying, and we're gambling. So that's why I wanted to bring that up, because I know you experience a lot of stuff like that, and I know people will see that and be like, "Oh man, you should." I mean, it's experiences, bro. We none of us are human. I just be wanting to know, like, what is that? Like, is it because I've never been in that. Because, bro, toxic women, I try to avoid all my life. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, Nisha was crunk, but she wasn't toxic. Like, she was always chill and, she knew one thing she learned about me earlier is that I wasn't like a jealous person.
Mm-hmm.
So it don't matter how many people you was talking to, or was talking to you, or was trying to come at you. All right. Okay.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not finna, if we're talking and you saying that your attention's on me and I'm reciprocating that energy, that's what it is until you prove otherwise. I'm not finna go snooping in your phone, trying to make sure what you're saying is right. You know, and again, we're not perfect. So we've been through a lot of experience and situations as well that we've had to grow up and grow through, and still going through situations that we having to grow up and grow through, like to this day.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not about judging people. It's about trying to understand where that base of the mindset come from, and then just trying to see how to make that to where it's less toxic, more peaceful, or we don't even have to use the word toxic, just more peaceful.
Yeah.
Mistakes are going to happen. You're never going to, you know, stop making mistakes.
Yep.
How to make things more peaceful for yourself to where you're not ended up in situations where now you're relaying that over to the next generation. Because now I'm having children. Let's say people have children, and then they now relay that to the little kids. Now the little sons are seeing how you treat their moms, and they're gonna be like, oh, okay, this is how you do. And the little girls are seeing that, and oh, okay, this is how I should be treated. And then that cycle just continues.
Yeah.
You know, so it's one of those things.
Hey man, as I already know that I just bear my tolerance for stuff is so low now. I'll be quick to, you know, just be like, you know what, hey, you know, especially if the communication is not there. I've gotten so big on communicating because you know my time is important, just like anybody else's time is important. Absolutely. So I feel like if I'm taking time out of my day from what I'm doing, recording, streaming, editing, the stuff that I do every day, if I'm taking time out of that to hang out with you or try to plan something with you or whatever, then I would like my time to be appreciated accordingly, because I'm going to do the same thing. And once I feel like that communication is not there and I feel like I'm the one, you know, trying to, you know, reach out more and do all this extra stuff, that's when I'll pull back. Especially if, you know, we've already had a conversation of, oh, you like me, I like you. All right, let's see what's up. And then, you know, communication just falls off the face of the earth. When I know you will, you know, people communicate when they want to communicate, who they want to communicate to. Like that ain't, it's 2026. Everybody be on their phone. Everybody be talking to somebody. So, and I'm not one of those people where you got to talk to me all day, every day, because I'm doing my own stuff too. Yeah. But, you know, I've just gotten to that point, bro, where I'll be like, as soon as I see some stuff, I'll be like, nah, I unfollow, I'm out.
Unfollow, hey, bro.
I unfollow, I'm out.
Unfollow,
and boys get mad at me, like, how could you? I'm like, cuz, bro, you bullshitting. And I don't even have nothing personally against you. It's just you bullshitting, bro. So I'm not even gonna sit up here and waste, you know, my time. Like, no, bro. Just to see you over here posting and all this other stuff. Cool, do your thing. But we don't need to be active in each other's lives. So I'm the type of person, I'll remove myself from social media, knowing you, definitely phone number, because you know what I'm saying, the number not even saved until I see like some consistency.
Boy, that's that player talk, boy.
No, it ain't even player talk,
ain't
bro.
even in there, bro. It's just it may be Tanya.
Bro, you know I've been like that for a long time, bro.
You know how the phone do that now? It tell you
maybe such, bro. I'm not even saving the number unless I know there's like something, you know, some consistency, because that's all I think a lot of people want is consistency.
But you know what? We gotta be real. You gotta be able to acknowledge those red flags before you let the looks blind you.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And the looks blind you. There's certain red flags there. That's why I think a little bit is I'm not gonna say it's easier. It's easy on the aspect of socially meeting people on like social media. Like you probably kicked it with this person before, seen them in passing, and got their Instagram. Yeah, that's most people get now. I ain't give you my number. I give you my Instagram. Cool. I mean, whatever because I'm from the era of get your number. But if we doing social medias and stuff, like it's all right, bet. How many followers you got? Why?
What do you do?
Why do you have this many followers? What is it? Is it relating to a business? Is it because you're just this popular person? Why are you popular? Are you popular because you're showing your body off 24/7? these are things that I'll be looking at because I'm like, bro, I don't want to be with nobody that's showing themselves or trying to attract 24/7 because be mindful. Yeah, your body nice. I don't need to see it every second, every minute. You feel me? Like,
yeah, I get it.
And then we talk about people goning, and it's like if I know people are goners, you can't help how you shaped. So I ain't saying cover you, man. You better cover everything at all times.
No.
I'm not saying that, but we know. We all know here. I've watched videos where a chick was changing a light bulb, and she could have walked up.
The angles,
but
bro.
Look, she could have walked up the ladder, front view.
Nah, bro.
But she made sure the camera was on the and she plop, plop, plop walking. I'm just like, look at this shit here. It's just like, and then we act like we don't know why certain people are in the comments. People be like, yeah, I didn't know what you was cooking. It had nothing to do with nothing that was going on in the video. But because sex is selling so much and is being advertised and pushed so much, this is why the toxicity is increasing and raising as much as it is because all you're seeing is sex.
Yeah.
All you're seeing is somebody explicitly or unexplicitly showing themselves in a way that just makes you, they want to get a rise out of you. They want to get a comment. They want you to say something about them. But if people just stop doing that, then it's going to be like, damn, what am I doing? What's wrong with my body? Is there something wrong with me? And it's the thing. You can't tell people what to do with their body.
No.
And I'm not trying to make this about that because, again, you can't anything about your shape. When you're dating, though, I would see that as a sign. If I'm looking at somebody's profile and it just seems like all I see is her behind, she ain't doing nothing else, she ain't got personality, she ain't showing no other, I know what you about. And if that's cool for you, you feel me? Because there are some guys that get a rise out of that. There's some guys that love their women that gets attention. Just as much as some dudes just love how they woman look one-on-one, it's some dudes that like when another dude like how they woman look. To me, that's weird. But to him, it's right. But to me, it's weird. To him, it's not. Look at Adam.
Oh, yeah. Adam 22. Jesus.
Look at, hey, you allowed your wife to go get piped by a P-star, corn star. And you was, all right. But it's people like that. It's weird to me, but to him, whatever in his mind, the way it works, that's cool.
Crazy, bro.
See, but we couldn't imagine no stuff like that. But I can't judge him because that's how his mind works. Because my mind don't work like that. I'm not finna sit here and let nobody go to Palentine on my wife. Like, it's just
crazy, bro.
I don't care what the scenario is.
They got beat up by him in a boxing match. That's even
then
worse.
You fought him
and lost. Oh my!
2 beatings, 2 different kinds of whoopings, 2 different kinds of poundings.
Oh my!
Happened. Your wife got pounded and you got pounded. Just log out. But he's still gonna have a fan base. He's still gonna have people that tune in to what he say.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, it's either one. You either took my girl and I'm whooping your ass. You feel me?
He gave her up as an offering.
On a platter.
To the corn gods.
Bro, for some change.
Here, my lord, I give you my wife, my lord.
People are doing whatever it is for clout and money.
Yeah, money, yeah.
It's so dangerous because when those 2 things fall, when they become so, they're going to end. At some point, it ends for you. What have you been known for?
The guy that
what
gave
would
up
you
his
have been
wife.
happy with? Like, just for the average person. Because I would like to end on that note outside of the pod and where we want to go with that because I kind of want to end on that note too. But before we get to there, just like how when Crawford was talking to on the Pivot podcast, and Shannon was like, 100 million, I'll sell my soul. He said that tells a lot about you.
Yeah,
it does, bro. For somebody that can easily, and it's not even funny. You know what I'm saying? That stuff not funny because it's people doing stuff, wild stuff for bread. You know, y'all know plenty of stories. I'm pretty sure you guys know, but there's some wild things that people be going overseas to do, to get cars and to get, money and to get, they just doing some wild, unimaginable things.
Freaky frog stuff.
And just beyond freaky. It's some things that is beyond freaky, bro. It's just, you just something wrong. It is. And again, I ain't trying to judge you, but that's just...
You got it.
You got it. Whatever floats your boat. But there are people willing to do stuff like that. And it's like when we sell that, when we laugh about that, that stuff not funny. God is real. This stuff not funny. Like, I'm willing to sell anything. I'm willing to do anything to get this dollar amount of this, bro. When that money don't hit that high no more, when that clout don't do nothing because nobody is really there for you when you're going through something, when all that happens, it's like hitting rock bottom with no more crack. And you wonder why niggas be, not trying not to relapse, or, you know what I'm saying? They going through it because it's like, fam, this stuff, when you realize who really for you and who not for you, you got 100 M's with nobody to really share with because people only want you and be around you, want to be around you because of what you have. Listen to all the celebrities, bro, that done had everything that you could have dreamed of wanting, and be like, when all that left me, bro, everybody left. Look how I feel. Look at what I went through. I went through drugs. I tried to chase that and I could never get it again. And they end up losing their mind a lot of times. Bro, take what other people went through and learn from that, bro. That's something that, I ain't trying to make it about preaching too much, but it's reality, though. That's a lot of reality. Like, bro, trying not to judge people, keep your head in the swivel. Do what's going to make you happy in this world, not trying to live up to the hype of what other people think so much. You feel me?
Facts.
You'll have peace and find peace more often. But other than that, though, man, this was a great episode, bro.
Yeah, great return episode, man. Cool.
We kind of hit a lot of different little points, man. Some more topics and things. We got some juicy conversations coming up, man. Because I definitely want to get some juicy stuff out of Raw. CB having an interesting life, bro. We're gonna dive deep, man. If y'all want us to, we can dive deep, man. Get into the
I'm
mind
the one
of
with
Ross.
The stories for days.
Yeah,
I do got stories for days. That's the crazy thing, man.
I would love to assess some of those stories and just kind of probably help like where I would have left, where I would have just left her on red, where I would have just deleted the conversation and the number.
Oh man, so many.
So yeah, it's some dope future stuff. But yeah, other than that, man, we're gonna try to be more consistent with this. Not gonna
you said that last time.
We're just gonna do it. That's why I'm not gonna tell you no dates or nothing like that. We're just gonna do what we can to be more consistent with this, because I think it'll be pretty cool to actually feature guests.
Yeah.
I think it'll be pretty tough. Homie Steve, he's still honorary.
For sure.
A lot of times it's just scheduling, really, and with his work schedule and our schedule, it hits, and it just kind of, it's tough sometimes. But homie is always welcome, and he's always able to be in the pods, bro. So you'll most likely see him whenever he's free and whenever he can pull up. But other than that, we're gonna try to see if we can get different guests and stuff like that. So if there's anybody in the Houston or surrounding areas that y'all would like to see us work with or do a pod with, get to know them more and just kind of pick their brains on how they think about certain things, let us know in the comments down below. I think it'll be pretty cool for us to start branching out and doing more stuff like this. We got some plans for some things this year.
Yeah, we do.
So it'll be a cool way to kind of get our feet wet with just, connecting and collabing with some different people. It was cool sitting with the homies, Internet City.
Shout out to them.
Shout out to the homies again, and on the $1 million gold plaque. That was a cool episode. If you haven't seen that one, I want to say that was our last episode.
Last one,
so that was a pretty cool episode. Getting to know the homies. That was our first time meeting them in person. But they real cool. And some real cool homies. Me and Aaron and Mike and Ross, y'all had to work on some more stuff. So if y'all want us to work with some more people, bro, let us do that. YouTube should be back up and running by the time this, because we know they was dealing with some stuff.
It's up and running now. They good now.
Yeah, I don't know, what be up YouTube. I mean, I don't know. Gotta just you get on the homepage, you don't see nothing. Like, what's going on? You know what I'm saying? So you just never know. But other than that, anything you gotta say?
Hey man, we appreciate y'all rocking with us, man. Like you said, we're gonna be do our best to be more consistent, because we seen a few of y'all be like, hey man, where's the podcast? Well, we got you. So hey, if there's any other topics y'all want us to talk about, even if it's them getting to know us type topics, don't be afraid to comment down below.
I'm gonna get to know you, bro. We got you, bro. Go ahead.
You know me already, bro. We're not doing this.
I know you.
All right, bro. Anywho, we appreciate y'all, man, and we'll see y'all on the next episode, man. We out.
Continue to spread love and be love.
Peace.